How's everybody doing? Man, it is great to be here at Hobnob, Mississippi. I appreciate the intro over there by Bob and the band. You know, back this summer, the lieutenant governor, he wanted to kind of make fun of me as I was running for lieutenant governor with my God-given talent of doing a little Elvis impersonation. But I want to tell you, I'm proud of that talent. You know, I bring a lot of smile and laughter to people's faces with that, and I enjoy doing that. And you know, my mama taught me that those people that talk about other people's talents, they just a little short in the talent pool themselves. So I'm here today to tell you that I'm Tim Johnson and I'm running for lieutenant governor of this state. You know, I was born in Coliseum, Mississippi in Atala County. My daddy died when I was 3 years old. And my mama and my older brothers and sisters, they raised me. And my mother went to work in a factory in Coliseum at the hosiery mill. And one of the reasons that I'm running, one of the main reasons I'm running for lieutenant governor is because of my mama. You know, back in January of this year, my mother had a stroke. And they rushed her out to Mumford Jones Hospital. And you know, at that time, that hospital was going through some financial troubles, financial strains. There was talk of it closing or being sold. But you know, luckily that hospital was open. And they took care of my mama. And you know, 3 days after that event, we celebrated her 91st birthday. But I got to thinking, what would have happened if that hospital would have been closed? What would have happened if they'd had to rush my mother to Jackson or rush her to Tupelo to get the medical care she needed? Would we have had the same results? And when I thought about that, and I thought about our current lieutenant governor being against Medicaid expansion, and the fact that that money coming into Mississippi, which is our tax dollars that are going somewhere else to some other states, he won't allow that money to flow in our state to help our rural hospitals, to protect our professional health care providers, and help our sick and elderly. I thought it was an irresponsible act on his part. And I viewed that as party politics over people. Party politics over my mama, and party politics over your mama and daddy. And that's the reason I'm running for lieutenant governor. I want to take my experience as a former alderman, as a former state senator, as a former supervisor, and I want to apply that to the lieutenant governor's office. And there's 3 things I want to do as lieutenant governor. The first thing I want to do is I want to expand Medicaid in this state. I want to make sure that those dollars flow in our state so that we can shore up our rural hospitals and protect our professional health care providers and help our sick and elderly. We need to make sure our hospitals are open when your mamas and your daddies need that care. The second thing I want to do is I want to use my experience as a county supervisor to make sure we have safe roads and bridges in this state. Over 50% of our bridges in this state are deficient. And I believe we need to revisit the transportation appropriation process to make sure more money flows to our cities and to our counties so they can ensure we have safe roads and bridges to travel on. But you know what? We have to invest in the future. We have to build new roads in this state. Because as we build new roads, we create economic and commercial development that creates jobs in this state and helps grow our economy. The third thing I want to do as your lieutenant governor, we will fully fund our schools in this state. I am a supporter of Initiative 42, and I view Initiative 42 as an accountability tool to hold our legislature in check. Because right now they are breaking the law when they do not fully fund our schools. So I support Initiative 42 because I believe we need to pay our teachers and teachers' assistants a competitive salary so that we can stop losing our teachers to Arkansas and Alabama. We need to make sure our schools have the resources they need so they can educate our leaders of tomorrow, our children. If we value public education, we must fully fund public education. You know, when I got into politics, somebody once told me, they said, Tim, it is easy to be against something. What's hard is being for something. And with that said, I want to ask y'all a question. What does our current lieutenant governor stand for? What is he for? What has he done? I can tell you on his watch, Mississippi's economy has shrunk. Along with Alaska's, we are one of 2 states in this nation that our economy shrunk. We've got to change that. And in just a little bit, our Lieutenant Governor is going to stand up here and he's going to tell you that as Lieutenant Governor, he balanced the budget. You know, that's what you have to do in the state government. You have to balance the budget. But how did he balance that budget? He balanced it on the backs of our schools, of our children. And I think that's wrong. He's going to tell you that he's against Initiative 42. He's going to try to explain to you why he thinks 200,000 people that signed a petition to put it on the ballot, why are they dumb and stupid? I mean, they shouldn't be doing that. And he's also going to tell you he's against Obama and he's against Obamacare. But I'm going to tell you something, and you know it as well as I do. If Obamacare was called Bush Care or Cheney Care, he would be embracing it like his first girlfriend. You know, I've told you what I'm for. I'm for expanding Medicaid in this state to help our rural hospitals and help our sick and elderly. I'm for making sure our roads and bridges are safe. I'm for making sure our schools are fully funded. But I'm going to put my 3-point plan up against the Lieutenant Governor's 3-point plan, which is raise money, and raise money. Only thing I have to say is you get what you pay for. You know, I'm running for Lieutenant Governor because I want to bring common sense, decency, and courage to that office. Right now, the Lieutenant Governor's door is literally and figuratively locked. I want to unlock it. As your Lieutenant Governor, I'm going to make sure that door is open. Because I want you to come in. We've got to talk about our Mississippi. We've got to improve our Mississippi. And that's what I'm going to be about. And I'm going to tell you this. When you come to my office, you don't have to bring a $25,000 or $50,000 check with you. You know, when I was 3 years old, my daddy died. And you know, around Talon, Lee County, everybody called him Jabbo. You know, and they said it didn't matter what time of the day or the night you needed Jabbo Johnson, he was going to be there. But he died 52 years ago. On November 3rd, it'll be 52 years ago that day that my daddy died. But you know, the blood, my daddy, even though he's gone, it runs in my veins. And I love serving people, and I love helping people. And my pledge to you is if you'll elect me Lieutenant Governor, or when you elect me Lieutenant Governor, it doesn't matter what time of the day or the night or what the temperature is outside. If you need old Timbo, he's going to be there. On November 3rd, I'm asking for your vote for Lieutenant Governor. I sincerely ask for that because I love this state. I think we've got the greatest state in the nation. I know we've got the greatest people in the nation. I want to thank you today for this time to speak to you. And once again, please consider Tim Johnson Lieutenant Governor on November 3rd. Thank you very much.